What a lot of us don't realize when we're dealing with an addiction, bro, is how common it is. How many people just like you are feeling just like you're feeling at this very moment, bro. I remember when I used to be in high school, like most people, bro, I had a porn addiction. And I wanted to make this video because I wanted to emphasize the importance on, how I overcame my porn addiction and what this did for me, and try to help a lot of y'all who may be going through the same thing, in the present day, to overcome y'all addiction as well, bro. But, when I was in high school, I remember walking around feeling as if, nobody related to me in a way. I remember walking around feeling as if I was almost the most disgusting human being, that lived on the planet, bro. And it was simply because I understood what was being done behind closed doors. And at that moment, what we don't understand is how common it is, bro. How many people are feeling exactly like you're feeling in that moment. How many people also have porn addictions, bro. How many people also have desires and have lustful thoughts and things of that such. And it truly puts you in a headspace to where you kind of get closed off and you block out a lot of the world because you're so trapped in these lustful thoughts, bro, and this addictive nature that's in a sense taken over you. It's taken over the way that you socialize. It's taken over the way that you view the world and you view the friendships that you may have. And not only friendships, but the relationships that you may encounter, bro. It truly does hinder your overall growth when you're sitting in the room and you have this addictive nature in you to pornography, bro. So, one of the first things that I wanted to get on here and talk about, first and foremost, I wanted to let you know that you're not alone, bro, and you're not the only one that has these thoughts. You're not the only one that was put in this position, bro, where you have this lustful nature and it seems like you can't control it. I remember times where I used to, masturbate. It sounds strange saying this, bro, but, I'm going to keep it real on here for y'all. So, I remember times where I used to sit back, bro, and I used to masturbate like 2 times a day, 3 times a day. And one thing that I learned, bro, is it just all stemmed from boredom. It all stemmed from lack of productivity, in a sense. The more that you occupy yourself, the more that you have to do, the more that you put yourself in a position to focus on productivity, bro, the easier it'll be for you to overcome that addiction because you simply won't have time for it anymore. You have to keep your mind busy. You have to find a way to stay out of your head enough to where you don't focus on those lustful thoughts, bro. You don't focus on that nature that's trying to grow in you. Because if you allow it to grow, bro, to the point where it's out of control, all it's going to do is get to the point where it's going to make you feel desensitized to the whole world. And what this did to me, bro, is it ruined a lot of relationships. Because there would be times where I would have partners and I swear, bro, I would be intimate with them, but I wouldn't feel it. I would be intimate and then I would still feel the need to want to masturbate after, or masturbate an hour after, when I have a partner that should be fulfilling those needs in a way. And that's when I learned that it was more of a mental thing more than anything, bro. It's just because once you do something so often, it becomes a habit, whether it's good or bad. And these habits are often hard to get rid of. The more that you do something on the daily basis, bro, the harder it's going to be to stop doing that thing in the long run. So if you're somebody that's dealing with a pornography habit or, masturbation or anything like that, bro, you have to understand that it's not going to be easy to stop because you've been doing it for so long that it's simply going to take time, bro. It's going to take energy and actual effort. And let's add emphasis on the fact that it's going to take you being productive. It's going to take you getting yourself out of your head, bro, and focusing on what actually matters in your life. It got to the point for me, bro, where I couldn't even be at home alone. I couldn't even just sit in a house because I would just feel the need to do it if I was bored. And then that's when I learned that I couldn't allow myself to mentally become bored, because if I became bored, then I would fall back into old habits. I had to find more hobbies, bro. I had to go out and play basketball. I had to go do more sports. I had to hang out with my friends more, bro. I had to be around my family more and focus on, doing the things that actually matter in my life that make me happy. And then once you realize how much you are giving up for the little bit of return that you're getting, bro, it makes it a lot easier to want to stop as well. Because when you're ejaculating, bro, you're giving up energy. With that being said, bro, you're literally sitting there wasting energy time after time, draining yourself, taking away from your overall productivity in order to what? To feel that sense of satisfaction in that moment, bro, that goes away a couple minutes after or a couple seconds after you ejaculate. Like, make it make sense. It's just not something that's worth it in the long run. And I feel like what we don't realize is that when we focus on these habits, bro, they do more harm to us mentally than anything else. Because in that moment, we may feel like it's a physical thing, bro, but we damage ourselves mentally when we're watching porn, bro. We damage ourselves mentally to the point where, because let's put it like this. Porn is acting, and all acting is not nonfiction in a sense. All acting is not true. So when we're watching these porn videos, bro, and we're allowing ourselves to take these things in as if they're reality, bro, the next thing that's going to happen is when we go out and we go be intimate with our partner and they're not doing the things that we constantly see on these videos, they're not touching us the same way, bro. They're not making us the same sounds. They're not reacting the same to certain things. Something is going to go off in your head. It's going to be like a trigger point, and it's just not going to be enough for you. I promise you, because this happened to me, bro. So then that's when I would go and branch out and have sex with multiple women. That's when I went through this whole phase, and all of these things. Eventually it's just you become desensitized to, and you don't feel like anything's enough, and you get to the point where you're so drained and you're so worn out because you're over here trying to find what you've been watching in these videos all this time, bro, and none of it is helping you. None of it is filling that void that you need to fill within yourself. And the biggest takeaway, bro, one of the biggest things that I learned is if you're not in the position to masturbate, bro, then you will not masturbate. If you're outside hanging out with your friends, then you're not going to partake in those type of activities, bro. If you keep your mind busy, bro, you will not have the energy. You will not have the headspace or any type of peace to even want to feel the need to partake in any of that, bro. I want you to understand that we're all human and we all have flaws. And what you're going through, bro, there's another person just like you feeling the same way that you may feel, bro, if not worse, dealing with the same problems that you're dealing with, and they're going to overcome it because they're working on it. So I want you to understand that you're capable of overcoming it as well, bro. And it truly starts with keeping your mind busy. I cannot make this any simpler than this, because once I learned that the busier that I was, I just didn't have the time for those things, bro. The more that I put myself in a position to go out, play sports, go out and be around people, be around actual genuine people, bro, it made it a lot easier for me to overcome this addiction. Truly taking into account the consequences of masturbating and watching pornography all day, bro, because you don't get anything from it, bro. All it does is raise your dopamine levels sky high, and then after you ejaculate, bro, it goes way lower than it was previously. And then you get to a point mentally to where you're desensitized. Now you have these relationships that are not fulfilling enough. They don't give you that feeling. You don't feel nothing. And then it all just becomes worthless to you, bro. But if you're dealing with this, bro, I want you to just keep going and keep fighting. Because just like I did, bro, I promise you can overcome it too. Truly take into account, bro, that you're not the only one faced with this, bro. Majority of people that's going through this are probably around your age, bro. Even if they're not your age, 30, 40 years old, it just depends on when that person decides to overcome whatever it is that they're going through. But there is a point in life where we all get tired, bro. We all get exhausted, and we all want change. So when you finally make up your mind that you want change, bro, then you will get that change that you've been looking for. But I really want you to keep going and keep pushing forward, because it's up to you, bro, and it's not up to nobody else.